Hi, this is Frank Schaefer, and I am standing in a little bit of a spring snowstorm. What better time to talk about the changing of our political seasons? You know, I've been watching these Jerry Seinfeld little programs called Comedians in Cars Getting Coffee. And the best interview by far in the whole show is his interview with President Barack Obama. If you haven't seen it, you should treat yourself. It's great. It goes to show that both Seinfeld and Obama are very bright men, kind, interesting people. Such a contrast to the kind of folks running for president on the Republican side right now. These angry, vicious types supported by racists and others who are trying to get back at Obama because he committed the faux pas of being a black man who also has brought our country back to economic health, ended 2 wars, kept our nation stable and prosperous during a time when he inherited the worst situation possible from probably the biggest fool we've ever had for a president, and that, of course, is W. Bush, needlessly the sacrificer of thousands of American lives killed and injured in 2 completely unnecessary wars, particularly one in Iraq. Just nonsense. Sending people like my son, who was a Marine, to war for no reason. My son came back safe. Many of his friends did not. You know, I used to be in the religious right in the Republican Party, and even the likes of me 30 years ago just couldn't stand the hatred anymore, the anti-gay bias, the anti-black bias, the anti-women bias, you know, the kind of bullshit that Donald Trump has been spouting about abortion. Let's punish women. Okay, let's not punish them, but let's nuke somebody. Okay, let's not nuke them. This retributive, nasty view of the world, this racist view. What I want to do now for a couple of seconds is just pay a tribute to Barack Obama. In spite of 7.5 years of obstruction by Republicans with nothing better to do than try to ruin our country by hamstringing a great president, in spite of all that, the reform of health care has worked and is working. In spite of all that, the economy is back up. In spite of all that, the stock market's doing well. In spite of all that, American businesses are doing well. In spite of all that, our standing in foreign countries is very high compared to, for instance, what it will be if an idiot like Ted Cruz or this pompous-ass Donald Trump takes over. African Americans have had to put up with a lot for the last few years of seeing our president disrespected. It's snowing on me a little, as you can see here. Well, nothing compared to the rain of lies he endured. And as we change the guard, no matter who the next president is, I guarantee you one thing, I promise you this. You will miss President Obama. His steady, cool hand. This man that has good humor in spite of everything he's put up with. If you'll watch that Seinfeld program, you'll see. What a terrific human being President Obama has been. As a former religious right activist, sir, who did his best to stop Democrats from being elected 30 years ago, I'm so glad I got a chance to vote for you twice. Thank you for 7.5 wonderful years where you kept balance and kindness in spite of everything thrown at you. You're a great president. History's on your side, sir. You're going to be vindicated, and maybe sooner than you think, as we regret the next choice we make, whoever it is, because they're not going to measure up to you. Thank you, sir.